Good afternoon, my citizen legislators. This is Crystal Ellerbe, the host of Topless Government. Thank you for tuning in. I want to talk about the White House Correspondents Association and particularly the White House Correspondents' Dinner and the events leading up to it. It has been going on this week, my citizen legislators. And before you ask me, no, I have never attended a White House Correspondents' Dinner. I've never attended any of the events from the different media outlets, nor with the embassies that are in town, but it's happening this week. Just learned that President and First Lady will be attending this year, and so will the Vice President and First Gentleman. And I'm very happy to hear that. But I want to go into what the White House Correspondents Association is. And on their website, they say the following, and I'm quoting: "We work to ensure a strong, free press and robust coverage of the presidency." That's what they do. They believe in the First Amendment and that an independent news media is vital to the health of the republic. This is why they exist. And I'm quoting: "The White House Correspondents Association exists to promote excellence in journalism as well as journalism education and to ensure robust news coverage of the president and the presidency. We support awards for some of the best political reporting of the past year and scholarships for young reporters who carry out our hopes for vibrant journalism in the years to come. Each day, we work to ensure that the men and the women who cover the White House have the ability to seek answers from powerful officials up to and including the president. Our association comprises hundreds of members from the worlds of print, television, radio, and online journalism. Their work for their outlets based in the United States and overseas reaches a global audience. We also work to encourage new generations of White House correspondents through our college scholarship programs. About 24 winners are selected each year from across the United States to visit Washington in order to be celebrated and encouraged. Now, one of the other things that they talk about is why access matters. And I'm quoting: "The White House Correspondents Association Board, drawn from across the news media, advocates for all of our members so that they will have what they need to be able to convey an accurate impression of what is happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. Whether they tell stories through television images, photographs, sound on the radio, or text, the White House Correspondents Association works with their interests and those of their viewers and readers and listeners at heart." So that's what the White House Correspondents Association is and what they stand for. Now, let's get into the dinner itself. Now, C-SPAN will be recording live, and I've seen snippets, when former President Barack Obama, when he showed up, and then, Wanda Sykes was the host. That was real interesting. But let's talk about, you know, who's going to be there. I mean, it's sold out at the Washington Hilton, like I said, and Roy Wood Jr. Is going to headline the event. And one of the things that I've been seeing is that the two Tennessee state lawmakers who were ousted are going to be in attendance. And that makes me very happy. That makes me very happy. But I got to tell you, in the Trump years, he didn't show up. He didn't show up. But the presence of POTUS and FLOTUS, that's going to be really, really interesting. I mean, it is. It's going to be interesting. Last year, President Biden returned to the tradition of the presidential participation um, of the event. And, Trump, he didn't come. And then plus, remember, 2020 and 2021, we had COVID. But, like I said, C-SPAN is going to present live coverage of the event as well as the red carpet. And I'm like, and you know what? I'm dying to see that because Washington, D.C. has been known to have, well, people in other parts of the country have said that we got ugly people here. And I don't, that's wrong to say. We're the nation's capital. You know, this is where all the power is. But I mean, we do have our own fashion sense, and I'm looking forward to the red carpet. I really, really am. I'm looking forward to seeing, who comes dressed to the nines and who just comes dressed like they're going to the bowling alley. But you know what? We'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm looking forward to Roy Woods Jr. headlining it, and I heard that former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to do a cold intro, whatever that means. I'm like, I don't understand entertainment speak, but it should be really, really interesting, and it'll be interesting to hear the jokes from Roy Woods. It'll be really interesting. But I have to tell you, I mean, there's going to be talk about, gun control, gun reform, and about the journalists that are being held in Russia. We need to get Americans out who are being held hostage by this totalitarian government. We need to bring them home. We really, really do. And I know that I've heard that President Biden will be talking about that in his speech. And I know the head of the White House Correspondents Association will be talking about that as well. So that's just a somber note. I want to talk about some of the events that have occurred. So apparently on Wednesday they had Grammys on the Hill. Damn, I missed that. Pharrell Williams was there. Oh my gosh, I wish I'd have known about that. But oh well, I wouldn't have gotten a ticket anyway. But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat from New York, was there, and Senator Bill Cassidy, Republican from Louisiana. They were hosting the event, and it capped 2 days of advocacy on the Hill. The benefit at the Hamilton Live raises funds for the Grammy Museum. So that happened on Wednesday, April 26th. And then there was MSNBC's Leguizamo Does America reception. The screening of John Leguizamo's new MSNBC project at the Observatory at American Square. And the hosts were Delia Wilson Scott and Rashida Jones. That happened on Wednesday. And then yesterday, there was the Great Playbook debate. British Ambassador Karen Pierce and Politico hosted an event at the British Embassy. I've been to the British Embassy. It's very beautiful. It really is. Oh, and then there was a party, Bites and Bylines party. Technology, media, and political leaders gathered for the annual pre-weekend event held at the residence of the Irish ambassador, Geraldine Byrne Nason. And the co-hosts were Alan Gannett, Eric Kuhn, Shua Goldwyn, Suanna Quinn, Sarah Kate Ellis, and Stellan Volans. Okay. Oh, today, guess what's happening today? Dag, I wish I'd have known about this. Crooked Media, Move On, Hit Strategies reception. So John Ferver, John Levitt, and Dan Pfeiffer are going to host a cocktail reception. Ooh, at Dauphines, along with Crooked Media's new CEO Lucinda Treat, Move On's executive director Rahana Eppington, and Hit Strategies Terrence Woodbury and Rashana. I cannot pronounce the last name. I am so sorry. There's other a reception. There's a kickoff party. The CAA Washington Correspondents dinner kickoff party. Roy Woods is the host. Wood is the host of. Well, he's the guest of honor. Oh, it's at the DC Bistro, the Henry. Oh, I didn't know about that. And then Women of Impact. That should be interesting. Okay, so L is going to honor women leaders as a part of its first impact issue with a reception at Seal Social Club. Honorees include Ashley Biden, Amanda Nugan, and Elena Valdez, with host Sarah Austin, who's the executive director of L. And then, okay, we're getting to the whole entertainment. The Motions Picture Association and SAG, AFTRA, they are going to host a reception tonight at MPA's headquarters, which is in downtown DC. It's actually not that far from the White House. And it's with Charlie Revkin and Fran Drescher, formerly of The Nanny, as host. So it's to celebrate the launch of the Green Council. Well, I mean, I wish I could go to this, but can't. Voto Latino, Our Voices. Voto Latino hosts its annual event celebrating diversity in the media with MSNBC's Rashida Jones, NBCU Telemundo Enterprises, Monica Gill, and 60 Minutes correspondents Cecilia Vega are as honorees. The Decatur House event is hosted by Rosario Dawson and Maria Teresa Kumar. Okay. Oh, I don't know about this. Right to Bear Arms. Oh, I'm sorry. Bear Arts Gala dinner. Okay, because I was about to have a heart attack. My citizen legislators. So the Creative Coalition is hosting its annual event at the Madison Hotel, downtown DC, promoting support for the arts at the federal, state, and local level. Arts are important, people. They are important. I can attest to that. I grew up in elementary and secondary schools, and I had art. Tim Daly, Rachel Bloom, Justin Hartley, and Billy Ackner are scheduled to be a part of a delegation also meeting with lawmakers on Capitol Hill today and White House officials that were happening early on today. Okay, now we're talking about Exos After Hours. Exos is teaming with Live Nation. Oh, yeah, Live Nation, the debacle that y'all did with Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Well, no, y'all did right by Beyonce, but you didn't by Taylor. So they're teaming up with Live Nation for an event at the National Building Museum, which is a beautiful museum. Hosts are Jim Vanderhey, Mike Allen, and Roy Schwartz from Exos, and then Michael Rapino from Live Nation. There are so many others. Oh, so there's a UTA cocktail party. The agency and client General Motors are hosting the annual event celebrating Americans journalists at Folomar. Let's go into Saturday. They're going to hold a garden brunch. Nice. The annual gathering is at the Beale Washington House, a prelude to the dinner itself. Hoity-toity. It draws a mix of celebrities, politicos, and media figures. In addition to Hadid, co-hosts are Gayle King, BFF to Oprah, Kevin Sheekey, Mark and Sally Ian, Stephanie Roll of MSNBC, John Banner, Craig. Okay, whatever. We done with this. I'm done with that. Okay, and then the dinner itself. Oh, gosh gracious. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be at the Hinckley Hilton, the Washington Hilton on Connecticut Avenue, 1919 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest. It's going to feature stand-up monologues by President Biden and Roy Wood, as well as a speech from Keith. Who the hell is Keith? Okay, so the dinner includes awards and scholarship presentations. Networks and news outlets host pre-dinner receptions at the hotel. Let's talk about the after parties. Comcast NBCU after party. It's going to be held at the Organization of American States. Yeah, that's that building off of Independence Avenue near the White House. Oh, CBS News is having an after party. The network and French ambassador Laurent Balia will host an event at the French ambassador's residence, along with Paramount brands, including BET, Comedy Central, and Pluto TV. Okay, they got time at 100. So the ambassador of Switzerland is hosting an after party honoring time, celebrating 100 years of the publication. The event is presented by Kraft Media Digital in partnership with Kimball Stroud and Associates and sponsored by Mercura. Byron Allen, the media mogul, he is having a Washington, D.C. gala. So Allen's media group, the GRUA, what is it? Griot hosts a gala at the Smithsonian's Museum of African American History with honoree Gayle King, BFF of Oprah. And guess who's performing? The boss, Diana Ross. Oh, my father would have a shit fit about that. He loved himself some Diana Ross. Other sponsors include Procter & Gamble and My Black is Beautiful. Oh, okay. Allen said that he started the gala to be a, quote, spectacular celebration, informative, and a great deal of fun. And then Sunday, oh my God, I love this. CNN Political Hangover. The network and Chris Lecht hosts the annual post-dinner Sunday morning event at the Line, DC. And then there's Politico is holding a brunch. Elena and Robert Altburton host their annual brunch at their house, at their Georgetown house. I hope it's big. I hope it's a mansion. Dinner guests. Let's talk about the dinner guests. So guess who ABC is hosting at their table this year? Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, Secretary of Education Miguel Calderon, Cardona, my apologies. Okay, they mixing it up. Representative Michael McCall, Republican from Texas, and other guests, TBA. CBS, guess who they hosting? Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, FBI Director Chris Wray. I thought he left. Senator Mark Warner, Democrat from Virginia. Representative Nancy Mace, Republican from South Carolina. Representative Maxwell Frost, Democrat from Florida. The Librarian of Congress, oh, my girl, Carla Hayden. Rocio Dawson. Is she still dating Cory Booker? B.D. Wong, Justin Hartley, Sophia Perenes, Jerry O'Connell, and his wife, Rebecca Rosen, Paramount Global Chair, Sherry Redstone, and CBS President and CEO, George Cheeks, are planning to attend, as well as the Paramount Streaming President, Tom Bryan, and CBS News President, Nahirja, I cannot pronounce her name. She is sister, I guess. Daily Mail, oh Lord, Lisa Vanderpump, and Ariana Maddox. NBC News, Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, UN Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield, Small Business Administrator Isabella Casales Guzman, Citizens United, Dave Bossy, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, White House correspondent, White House Communications Director Ben LaBotte, Deputy White House Press Secretary Emily Simons, John Larragamo, oh, and John Legend, and Chrissy Teigen. That's going to be a fun table. Oh, NPR. They're hosting Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn, White House COVID-19 Response Coordinator Ashish Jha, Undersecretary of Defense for Policy Colin Call. That's interesting. Okay. I mean, I want to keep it light here. Pretty interesting events and stuff that I've never been invited to, but that's okay. My feelings ain't hurt. I'm not gonna be squealing, like millennials do when they don't get invited. I'm hoping one day I do get invited to the big people table. But this should be interesting. Like I said earlier, I've watched some of them, some of the correspondent dinners. George W. Bush, yeah, he was funny. He never took himself seriously, which was actually kind of nice and refreshing. But let's get into my brother, Barack Obama. Okay. The one time when he dropped the mic, I nearly died. I was like, oh my God, he went there. And if y'all recall, and people keep saying this because they linked the two together. One year, Trump was in the audience. And the former president didn't take too kindly to Barack Obama teasing him in his jokes. And a lot of people believe that that was the catalyst of Donald Trump wanting to run for president. Now, I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me because he's thin-skinned. He really, really is. He can't take a punch. And so he was mad because the black man hurt his feelings. But yeah, I mean, take it as you will. It is what it is. But this is a good event. I mean, they raise money to help, future generations of journalists come. And they have scholarships. And then, these young people come to DC, to learn. But first and foremost, the White House Correspondents Association is there to show you how your government works at the executive branch, and particularly at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. It's to keep them accountable. And I have to tell you, some of those reporters that are in the association, that are in the White House briefing room, should not be there. Because all they do is they want to do gotcha moments with the press secretary, with the president's press secretary. And she ain't having it. She's the first woman of color, lesbian, and I'm very proud of her. She had a shaky start, but she's doing much better, and she's not taking no bull from the mega Republican media outlets. And her name, Karine Jean-Pierre. She's good. You know what? She holds them accountable. But I'm telling you, this organization, it keeps, it ensures a strong, free press and robust coverage of the president and the presidency. That's what they're here for. I mean, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Now, I don't know if I'm going to watch it, because if it's an NBA playoff game on, my citizen legislators, I'm going to watch the game, because my Celtics won last night. Thank God. I'm like, they won last night. Now we got to get my Sixers. Because I have to tell you, my cousin, she and her family love the Sixers, loves them. And her daughter loves them too. She's a good little she's a good point guard. But I hope y'all tune in because I really want to see and hear our president crack some jokes. And particularly, I want him to throw shade. I do. I want him to throw shade like he did when he spoke in front of the UN General Assembly, when he said point blank, yeah, he said he didn't call out the former president, but he said, those mega Republicans. He said, and he schooled them. I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be nice to see him be jovial. I mean, he is, when the time calls for it. But I'm actually really looking forward to hearing Joe Biden just like riff. I really, really am. And I'm looking forward to him making fun of himself. And I'm looking forward to Roy Wood, cracking his jokes as well, because that's going to be interesting. Because, I mean, he's on The Daily Show and he's quite funny. I mean, look, this is an event from, the media elite, and to have them geek out, and to show how they just keep a robust coverage of the president and the presidency intact. And you know what? I mean, the First Amendment needs to be upheld, but sometimes, the First Amendment, people will say things that you don't like, but that's their First Amendment right to do so. However, there are consequences to people's actions when it comes to their speak. And we need to be mindful of that. We need a free press. And right now, I can tell you, I'm hoping that Fox News Corp goes down in flames. It's starting. It's starting. It's not, look, Tucker Carlson, yeah, he's the first of many. He's the first of many. He's still floating that damn conspiracy of a stolen election, and you still got some who, again, are allowed in the White House briefing room that still do that. They still purport, they always want to go after the president. And like I said, the press secretary takes it in stride. But the former press secretary, Jen Psaki, she was great. I loved her. But you know what? But I'm in love with the new press secretary because she holds them. She holds their feet to the fire. And there have been times that I know that it's just like she's like, you know what? I got to tell you again. I got to read you to filth again. I got to explain to you. I like what the president has done and what he hasn't done. They always going after the president at his age. Yeah, he's in his 80s. Okay, whatever. Ronald Reagan was in his damn 80s. Y'all ain't say shit about that. All I'm gonna say is this. Watch it tomorrow night. It's gonna be on C-SPAN live. And Twitter is going to be a flutter. And it's gonna be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if some of these so-called Republican governors are gonna be there. Like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, idiot. Ron DeSantis, I doubt it because he only likes certain type of news outlets, if you get my drift. He doesn't like a free and fair press. He doesn't. He just tends to just flock to those that think like him and look like him. But this is going to be a good night for the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They're raising money. They're raising awareness about the two journalists being held in Russia. Y'all keep them in your prayers. Their families will be there. I know, they have said that they believe that the Biden-Harris administration haven't done enough. Look, a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes. We all can't see how the sausage is made because it ain't pretty. It's probably downright disgusting. But they are doing their best. They're working in good faith. But let's be honest. Look who they're working with. They're working with Russia to try and get these men freed. And I'm telling you, Putin he's unstable. He's going to use them as a weapon and as leverage against the United States. Yeah. But I would tune in. I'm like I said, if the NBA playoff game ain't on tomorrow night, I'll be watching. I hope you watch because you'll see the President of the United States, his wife, the Vice President of the United States, and her husband, the First Gentleman, and you'll see them in a different light. And I mean, and sincerely, just watch it for entertainment value. Just and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this episode. I wanted to do something light as it relates to politics and particularly our executive branch. We're moving into, May, and this year is going by fast. And then the next thing 2024, and then the presidential cycle will be in full throttle, and then y'all gonna be mad at Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So tomorrow night, laugh with them, joke with them, don't laugh at them, but have fun, because tomorrow is never promised, and tomorrow will be here sooner than you think. And look, let's see who C-SPAN pans directly to in that ballroom, because it's one of the biggest ballrooms in the city. Let's see who's in the audience. I mean, I only gave you a flavor of, so far who's going to be at whom's table. So let's just see. Let's look at the red carpet, please. Let's look at the red carpet together. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna regret this. Okay. So if you think I should live tweet or go live on TikTok tomorrow for the red carpet and part of the dinner, reach out to me at toplessgovernment@gmail.com. Reach out to me at Topless Government on TikTok. Let me know. Because if you want me to do it, I'll do it. I will totally do it. I will totally do it. I won't be upset because I can't watch my NBA playoff game. But I would do it for my citizen legislators, because I love you guys. Remember, this show is for me to pay it forward. It's for me to instill my knowledge, my practical, my theoretical knowledge that I have gathered over 25 plus years. But yeah, let me know. Reach out to me at toplessgovernment@gmail.com or on TikTok, Facebook. Let me know. I mean, if you really want me to do it, I'll do it. I mean, I've only done a few TikTok lives, but let me know. I mean, I think this will be fun. I mean, I think that this will be fun. And I could probably do it at Betsy, DC, the gin cocktail bar behind Belga on Barracks Road. We could do that. Yeah, let me know. I mean, I'm like, I wanted to make this episode lighthearted, but we're all seeing our political leaders in one room. And oh yeah, Secret Service will be there. They will be there. So stay tuned. I'm still going to record a few more new episodes, but I wanted to do this one because it is taking place in Washington, D.C., the events that are leading up to it, and then the post events. Oh, yeah, the political hangover party. Oh, my Lord. I love that, because everybody is going to have a hangover. You can trust that. They're going to have a hangover. There are so many damn after parties, official and unofficial, if you get my drift. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us native Washingtonians will be seeing a lot of people in tuxes and in ball gowns and gowns at our, local watering holes. I'm there for it. Because I got to tell you, if I see somebody in a tux and a ball gown, I'm going up to them, and I'm be like, hey, can I get on? Can you come on my TikTok live and we can talk about, hi, why are you going to, the dinner and stuff? If I get that opportunity, trust me, my citizen legislators, I'm going to do it. Your host has no shame. I do not. I find this fun. I really, really do. So on that note, please tune in to Topless Government, the podcast that blows the top off how your government works. I'm the host, Crystal Ellerbe. My citizen legislators, I really sincerely hope that you tune in to C-SPAN tomorrow night. It's live. It's happening. The red carpet. You got to see it and see the dinner and see the monologues being done by President Joe Biden and Roy Wood. Thank you for tuning in to Topless Government. Have a good day.